What is up, guys? In this video I'm going to show you how to get Blair in the First Descendant, and after that I will show you what his abilities do with some gameplay to show you how they work in the game, and also some minor building tips. So if that sounds interesting, let's get right into it. So to get Blair research material, you have to do 4 different dungeons to get the items with a 20% drop rate each. So you have to run the dungeon and then there is a chance you can get it after completing it. So it's pretty simple. This is one of the last Descendant you can get this way. For the others moving forward, you need to get more additional materials because you will need to research the main components to be able to research the Descendants. To get the enhanced cells, you will need to go to the White Knight Gulch in the Moongrave Basin area and run the Mysterious End dungeon. After you have run it and defeated the boss, you have a chance of getting it. The stabilizer is located in the same region, but it is in the hatchery area, and you have to run the Biolab dungeon, so complete it until you get it dropped. The Spiral Catalyst is located in the Hagios region in the Corrupted Zone area, and from there you have to run the Haven dungeon, so complete it until you get it dropped. For the Blair's Code, you will need to go to the Starfall Road area in the same region and run the Old Mystery dungeon to get it, so run it until you get the code. Now, if you have all the items, go to the research station to get Blair cooking, and you will receive him in 16 hours. After that is over, you can play as Blair. He is pretty good to pick up early if you don't have a fire attribute Descendant yet, so you can get the Void Shards by doing the Void missions, so you can farm for other Descendants or weapons. Alright, we're gonna be looking at Blair's abilities right now, and he is an killing machine, right? So his first ability is gonna be Blaze Up. So he spews fire and creates a fire zone on the ground. Enemies that stand in this fire zone, they receive continuously damage and are inflicted with burn. So you can see on the right side that you have a maximum of 3 stacks of this ability, so you can put 3 down, and then the cooldown goes up to 3 times. Let's see. When they stand on the fire, they are going to be taking damage. You can also see the duration and the range of it, and you can also increase the duration and the range of it. And the burn also is a damage over time and will take up to 5 seconds, but obviously can be increased. So his second ability works sort of with his fire pools, so you can call them back, right? And this will let you regenerate some MP, and also will grant you the taste of aggression. So the aggressive flavor then is going to be increasing your skill power modifier. So to the right side it's like 23%. You might be able to increase this by mods, but I haven't found that yet. And let's see, the third ability is going to be the burn taste, basically a flamethrower. It does continuously damage, and the burn does the damage over time. You can also increase the range of it. So the fourth ability is going to be a Deadly Cuisine, because he's a chef, a deadly cook. And this will create a giant fireball towards him, and on explosion, the giant fireball will deal burst damage and will then explode in 3 smaller fireballs. And this also will create additional explosions, and then it will leave a fire pool on the ground, which deals then damage to the enemies while they're standing in it, and that will also inflict burn. So we're going to be talking about the passive now, and the passive works with the fire pools, and also works with, if you deal damage to targets with burn, it will increase your skill critical hit damage. So this is probably always going to happen because all your skills burns your target, so this will probably procs all the time. And the second thing of it is that it has increased critical hit rate, so you have a greater chance of doing critical damage. And this is based on the number of fire zones created on the battlefield. So this can stack up to 3 times. So if you put more than 3 on the ground, it doesn't have any more effect. And you can actually see if you're playing that how many pools are on the ground on your passive. there's going to be a number there. So let's talk about the reactor. What I like to do always is give you a little bit of tips which reactor you should use. You should probably use the fire scale boost ratio and the dimension scale boost ratio, because his first, third, and fourth ability is going to be the most damage output abilities, and they are dimensional skills, so they will get more scale power. So that is what you want. You can also have your second ability. I don't really know what it was, but it's singular. I mean, I would not recommend that you have the singular option one. Just do dimensional scale power. With the modules, like playing with him, I recommend you have a lot of like skill cooldown stuff, and also that they last longer, and also a little bit more of defense, because if you're doing the flamethrower right in the enemy's faces, then they still are going to attack you, so you're going to be taking damage. And if you have more defense, then you can at least a little bit survive the damage, so you can kill them with the flamethrower, right? And also, if you're channeling your fourth ability, then you can, like, to aim it, you have to kind of stand in the open, and enemies will just shoot at you then. So this will help you not die before you even get a chance to do your ability, right? He uses a lot of like magic power. You can have your second ability work a little bit with that. If you return the pools, you get your MP back. But I recommend also having like modules for MP increase or regen and recovery. Obviously, you can also go with more fire skill power because he uses fire. I got also the dimensional skill power modifier here because those are the damage skills. And further, I would maybe do the range, but I don't really have any more module capacity on it. So, and there's going to be the skill modules for the Descendants. This can change your abilities, but I haven't found anyone for him yet, so I don't really know what they do yet. So now let's get into a little bit of gameplay here. Okay, I'm in another area because I ended up like constantly joining the same guy. I mean, it's nice to have some help, but for making and showing the gameplay, I would rather just do it solo, because if they kill all the enemies, I cannot show what the abilities do. So yeah. So with Blair, if you put the pools down, it's really handy. Just let the enemies just run into it, and then they just die because of the burn, right? You can then use your C. And what I like to do is you get like the damage bonus, and then I'm just gonna drop my Qs. You get the crit rate, and then use your ability. So you have the damage power from the recall from your second ability, and also the crit rate from the passive, right? So you will be doing overall more damage with them. Also with the second ability, if you recall, you can see the flames going back to you, and you get like some mana back. So you can then use the abilities to use with the damage bonus. So really good for ad clearing, especially the ads that just run at you with melee. Because Blair, I find him a little bit of a more close range guy than a long range guy, but his his fourth ability comes a little bit with the I'm gonna clear the guys who are melee, and when you kill them, then it is time for using your fourth ability, sorry. Like these, like they shoot at you, so you can use your ult, and then for your fourth ability, I like to call it ult because it's much stronger. And then clear them that way. Also, your ult creates the 4 pool, so it has also worked with your passive, so you're gonna have more crit rate. You can also recall them, like this. Then again, you have the damage bonus, put some pools down, and then you can use your flamethrower, for example, to have the most damage output. That's how I like to use the abilities or the combo with it. And obviously for long range, well, you have your guns, right? So you can still use your guns. Not a thing. Or you let like the range guys come up to you and just run in the pools while you're just running away around the corner. That's also a great tactic. You see, they're just walking into the fire and they're dying. This is also a good thing for that the duration is longer, because how longer there is, how more you can benefit from the passive, and also that enemies just run into it. Okay, to show you a little bit more gameplay, I just did it again. So these guys are pretty simple for Blair. I do notice that when there are enemies with range, it's a lot harder, especially on open areas like this. Maybe like we have corners here, but if the area is so much open, it's you cannot really use your abilities that much, because your first 3 abilities are pretty much close range. So this is why I like to say that you need some more magic modules, increase your recovery, because you're running out of magic with the Blair a lot faster than other ones, because you want to spam your abilities. And also try to like maybe time, that's annoying that they're just AFKing there. Like time the thing right with the recall, that your pools, if they're gonna go away, that you time it on the return, because then you just can get some free magic back, because they were going to go away anyway. So, well, let's use my ultimate here. So it goes pretty far if you aim it right, and then it explodes in a large area, and then in 3 smaller fireballs, and then he creates the pools. And this stacks up to the passive as well. Yeah, for range, I cannot do really much against range other than just wait until they like go around the corner, maybe, and then you just shoot them, because you can still use your guns. But guys, that's the ability showcase with some gameplay. But guys, that wraps up this video on how to get Blair, with showing you how his abilities work with some gameplay. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. You can leave a like to support the video, and if you have some questions, you can comment down below. If you want more content like this one and want to know how to get more Descendants, you can subscribe to the channel. But I thank you guys for watching, and I see you in the next one.